as soon as it registers here,
it's going to go here.
right? Come on.
Was this what it was doing for you?
Yep.
Should I probably hit start here? So
Yeah.
it starts sending, connecting, broadcasting.
There
we
you go. Go live.
Fuck, that was easy.
Oh.
Well, that was easy.
You need an easy button.
Yeah, I need a Ronnie button.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
Cigar Talk Live. 6
Oh
seconds
my
ago.
goodness, we are cruising now. This is I can't believe how easy that was.
That was super easy.
Don't sweat. The audio is going to be terrible at this exact moment, but it's all right. We're going to let people come in or add existing. Now the audio is about to get a hell of a lot better.
It only took 48 minutes.
Is that what it took? No, 26 minutes, you dick.
We started this adventure at a.
Yeah, you're right. Good, good. Now I'm taking our auxiliary down. Boom. Now our audio is going to be good. We're going to let people file in here. Is it working?
Yeah, we got 7 people streaming in super fast. Evan Hurst, Doc Franklin, of course, Larry
About
Adams.
time. Yeah, we know. Sorry.
Who said about time?
I blame Billy.
I want to know who it is. Oh, yes.
Billy.
Okay, can we let's get a drink rolling here.
You might want to, yeah, you guys should probably pour a drink just to deal with
You
the...
ready?
Yeah.
Tap.
That's grown
Attack.
man drink too.
Guys, we are, we're going to go live in exactly 2-minute time.
We got 11 stacking up. Tim Flores is here.
Yo, Tim. Day 2,
Yo,
go
if,
local.
if you're out there,
Hit share. We're going to go
hit
live.
share.
Once we get to 15 people, we're going live.
Yeah.
If
If you're out there, you're, I guess, coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago, just let us know where you're coming in from so we can say good evening to you in your native
I'm glad I know who
tongue.
I work with. It's Tom in the bush.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys made that pour like the tech has been a problem.
Finger pull.
getting an audio echo.
Doc Franklin.
There we go. Now we should be good.
Audio okay? Guys, give us a thumbs up.
There we go. How's our
Hey,
audio
Julie.
coming in right now? Okay.
We're getting ready. We will be starting here in a second.
Yeah, just give us a little rundown. Let us know how our audio sounds, and then we're
Let
going
us
to be
know how
rocking.
audio sounds. We'll explain why in a minute.
You will see in a minute.
We hope.
Okay. Let's do a little preemptive.
It sounds echoey according to,
Sounds echoey?
yeah. You think we're getting crossed?
I think so. That probably needs to be a little further away.
Yeah.
Bring that all the way over to you.
Okay. How about that?
Biz and I will take this one. How's that sound?
Can you hear us now?
Can you
Bit of an echo, but that's Mark Meyer. I think he has an echo actually in his
In
head.
his brain.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Good. You ready?
Yeah.
Should we go?
Why not?
Why now we've come this far?
Better late than never.
You guys ready for this?
Tick, tock, boom.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Boom. There it is, just like that.
See that? See how quick that? What
That
up,
was
Biz?
nice.
What up, everybody?
Biz?
What's
Here it
good?
is, Tuesday night.
Damn. All right, what's up, everybody? What's up? Hopefully, if it's echoey, we've got new tech in the building, and we're working our way through it. You're a part of this solution right now, and we're proud to have you part of it. I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to having everybody here. We are. What the hell is this in the first place?
This is Cigar Talk Live. It happens every Tuesday night. On time, every time, but tonight. 8:06-ish, pretty much every time, but this one was a little bit late. Brandon decided to get some new fancy pants software to do all of this stuff and broadcast it all. He just decided to learn how to use the software
Right now.
at 8 o'clock.
Well,
So,
shit, I don't have that much time, guys.
no, I understand.
I don't have that much time. I've got to.
You're pretty tech savvy, so I wasn't worried about it. I mean, they threw a couple of curves at you. that you didn't expect?
All I've got to say is I'm learning. We continuously learn. We want to get better. We want to get better for all of you beautiful people.
We do.
Go right now and hit share. I promise you, you're going to want to watch this show.
Yes.
But I do need to know if our audio is coming up good or if I need to make changes here because I don't want to lose all you beautiful people because our audio is shit. So let us know there. All right. In the meantime,
Yes.
what's up, y'all?
Sounds like you're talking in a cracker box.
All right. Well, stick with us then.
Stick with us.
We're gonna figure this
We want
stuff out.
perfect.
We want absolute perfection. And you know what we can do most likely?
Go get the Mevo and hook it up.
Yeah.
Go hook up our old school tech.
Yeah, our old school tech could work just fine. But in the meantime, I'm going to push this stuff around in here. Why don't you talk about what you're smoking?
I'm going to do that. First of all, how's everybody doing tonight? I am Pops. This is
B-I-double-Z-Y.
B-I-double-Z-Y, busy to the big, big busy. And that is my kid Brandon.
That's me.
And he is in charge of tech this evening.
And I
We
think I'm
got
getting somewhere.
a whole bunch of you guys coming in, and we appreciate it. We understand there's an audio echo, and we are in the process of fixing that. Chet Smith, how you doing? Sam is in. Where's Techie Ron? Techie Ron is the one that started this problem, and but he's going to bail us out of that soon. People are coming in. Make sure that you share this. This is the what is it? About the second week in December already?
Yes. Or yes.
No, December
7th.
Oh, it's December 7th, the day the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
That's not who bombed Pearl Harbor.
Conspiracy.
You cannot be fucking up Omaha public schools like that, man. You guys looking bad out here. Because I literally, like, I was about to agree with you and had to stop myself. Like,
Omaha, we are all Omaha public schools, and
the Germans.
and the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. That is a reference back to Animal House. For those of you that are older than 12, you know exactly what we're talking about. So tonight, in addition, I guess let's talk a little bit about what Cigar Talk Live is. Cigar Talk Live is basically your window into our cigar lounge, which is Industrial Cigars in Frisco, Texas. We sit back here every Tuesday night, and we just basically tap you guys in. You're sitting at the table with us, and this is just what we do in a cigar lounge. This is a virtual night at ICC, in a sense. Started out as Cigar 101. We basically think we taught everything to everybody, but I'm seeing, based on the booming success that is Cigar Newbies, there are a lot of newbies out there, man, oh man.
Yep. Cool.
So welcome to tonight's show. I am smoking the Patoro Terra Blanche. This is a global release that was done at our store about 3-4 weeks ago.
What is it? What's it all about?
So this is the Patoro is an incredible brand out of Switzerland. The product is manufactured at the Reyes farm in the Dominican. What makes this cigar extremely, extremely unique is the fact that there is quite a bit of tobacco that is in the cigar that is grown literally in white soil, and that white soil is due to the fact that it's being grown in limestone. And one of the things that cigar tobacco really, really wants is calcium, and that is inside of that limestone soil. So it creates a very light, very elegant, but super complex flavor. And this will go down when we do our end of year review.
That'll be, I think,
We're going to have the one question that always comes up was, what was the most surprising cigar of the year? And to me, it is by far the Terra Blanche.
Okay, good. We've got Echo gone. We got people here. It might be a little bit. Yeah, I was trying to do multi-mic. We'll get it figured out. Thank you guys for sticking with us. One good question. What high school do you go to? Because Sam's wife is from Omaha.
Oh, I went to Omaha Burke.
Northwest.
I went to Omaha Elkhorn.
You went to, yes. Well, you actually did go to, you went to Millard West to start. Who's the masked man?
You
That
may
looks
know
like
him.
Mr. Trader.
It could be.
Is that Mr. Trader?
It could possibly be.
Are we allowed to hug you? Yeah. Get your ass over here. How you doing, brother? Oh my God! I've been waiting a long time to do that. Oh,
Oh
my God!
Give
This
us heads
is
up.
the greatest moment of the year.
And we try to keep it silent. We already know. Man.
Ah.
Big Jim.
That's
Oh yeah, by
This-
the way, surprise! Jim's coming on the show.
surprise.
Jim.
Man, I gotta fix this.
You gonna fix up? Do what you
Yeah.
can, and this is
All
your
right.
Oh, you're
chair.
good.
Yeah,
Please.
no. Come on in. Come on in. This is.
Okay, things just took a significant turn to the right.
Yeah, I was just keeping that seat
And,
warm for him.
I thought we were being robbed for a second because this guy comes in with a full face mask on, so I figured, here we go, but then I thought Nate'd take him out.
Guys, Jim Trader.
The Jim
I thought y'all.
Trader.
How come I can't see y'all broadcast?
Why can't we see you broadcasting? Because we were screwing this thing up so bad for so long. Come on in here, you beautiful animal. God damn, you didn't lose a pound.
I lost some.
Oh my God. Jim Trader in the house. Zach Franklin coming in. Rob coming in. Leo Stegin, welcome back. Would you mind grabbing that little thing next to the ashtray for me? Little canister here.
Canister.
Just a little, yeah, that thing there. I have been waiting a year and a half to give you this.
Discontinued that.
Oh. I know there's a lot of you guys that are sitting out here right now wondering what the Sam hell is going on.
Love you.
So there's obviously a lot of pollen in the
Yeah,
air right now. There's
allergy.
allergies that are going
air
on.
purifying sucks in here, doesn't it? This place is going downhill. This is Jim Trader. This is a surprise that we've kind of been working through
Huge surprise.
about
Golly.
how long in the making is this connection right here?
I don't know.
Has it been?
What connection? You and I started talking? about
Well,
it?
no, since the last time you stepped foot in here.
Oh, it's been almost 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow, what a blessing. We just got love coming in. There are all these people that have seen
For
your
those of
name.
you guys that know, so many of you guys have heard us
2 years.
talk about Jim Trader. When he's watching the show with you guys all the time. I know some of you guys, like Larry Adams and Julie and everybody
They
have.
let you drink? They let you drink?
They're gonna let you drink. Boom,
All right.
just like that.
What do you want to drink? Are we gonna do it live on the show?
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
my God! Yes.
That's why you brought 6 glasses.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, that is Rob coming in, absolutely FUCC, CK cancer.
Cancer.
That is
So, the very short version, and we'll talk about this in detail with Jim, is a private, one of our private members. He, about 2 years ago, notified us that he was about to begin the battle with cancer, and
Nate?
Yo,
That's
you brought
why
the
there's
right
6
number
glasses.
of glasses.
Nate's here, Bissy's here. This is
So basically, Jim has, this is the first time we've seen him in almost 2 years. He has been fighting the good fight of showing cancer that it's the bitch, and has, where we stand, we have an ability to celebrate and put up a glass and cheers to it because he's
please
here. And
join us in this toast.
We don't know what the future looks like. We just know we're enjoying this.
We
moment.
know we're here right now.
Cheers to all of you.
Oh my gosh.
So Doc Franklin is saying, by the way, Jim, you owe me a stick since the Raiders stomped your Cowboys.
It took
Love you,
you
bro.
3 minutes to start getting your ball.
2 minutes, and he's already getting hammered.
Let's be clear. The Raiders didn't do it. The refs did it.
Yes.
There we go.
Amen. Amen. So, so Jim, this first time you've been in 2 years, he has.
Wait, do you want to grab a chair?
No. Jump in. If you can fit, I don't know if you can fit. You sit back
yeah,
here.
come on in.
I'm
You
back
beautiful
here,
animal.
I'm back here.
No, because you'll just look like you're peering over the back of him.
All right, that's fine.
That's you're gonna sit. You're gonna bust your ass, Biz.
So Jim, you started this battle 2 years ago. What type of cancer did you have, and at what stage did you jump in the pool?
Stage 4
Stage 4,
colon cancer.
colon cancer.
That it metastasized to my liver.
Okay. But wasn't it did you have a concentrated tumor?
I had a tumor. I think I have a picture of it somewhere.
I thought you were going to pull it out of your pocket.
I got my tumor right here.
It was almost blocking my colon completely, and then the spot on my liver, it was like 30 centimeters, so it was pretty big.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough cancer talk. All right, guys, as you already
Here-
know,
here's
in
the
this
thing.
show-
Cancer is a bitch. It has, in this case, had her sweet ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And we are so glad that you put up the fight.
It wasn't just me. I mean, without you guys, without my family,
Could you feel the
Oh, yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
love? Because it
And
was.
even JP, as loving and as JP,
As loving as he gets as he kicks his dog when he walks home.
he was like, "You're just being modest." I was like, "No, I'm not. I mean, it's the hardest fight of my life, and the hardest part was seeing what everybody else was having to deal with it. I mean, my wife. I mean, we've been separated, but every 2 weeks she would come over and stay for 2 weeks the whole time through chemo. Nathaniel and his girlfriend would stay. My daughter would stay for 2 weeks, so I didn't have to do anything. And that I can't imagine going through it, without that, and without you guys, and without. I mean, being able to bust people's nuts on here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
It was always the CUN was great. I remember just to watch the rally that Begley and a lot of the gals here were making sure that you never went hungry, and bringing you food when COVID was in full steam ahead and everybody was scared to death. But it was just inspirational. This is great.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Begley and I mean, she arranged, like, the Hensleys brought me food. You guys brought me food. It was. I had more food to eat than than all of us could eat. I mean, and not only did that, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Begley, you live in Texas, so you really don't keep heavy winter stuff. Well, one of the first things I noticed about cancer or the chemo, was I was extremely cold. Didn't matter if it was 90 degrees in the house, I was just cold. So Begley bought me a big, huge winter coat, gloves, toboggans. I mean, just
in case it snows.
But they came in handy because, like, I wanted to do as much as I could for myself. So, like, when it came to let Frank out,
Frank's not his kid; it's his dog.
it's my
Right.
my pug. I wanted to do it, even in the times I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to lay there. So just having that stuff. I mean, even in the house. I mean, I wore the gloves in the house. I couldn't touch anything that was cold. I couldn't drink anything that was cold. And I mean, my daughter would get up constantly to get me stuff. My son, his girlfriend. I can't imagine being told that you have stage 4 cancer without you guys backing, without my family backing me. I just couldn't imagine what it feels like.
I know early on, I could hear the fight in your voice. I had lost my dad, and he kind of gave up.
He gave up.
And
Biz, slide your ass up here a little bit.
I'm so glad that you fought the fight, and we're all better because of it.
And I think everyone who's sitting on here now, they know, right? I mean, people are here, been in the galleys on the side by side. Some people you've never met before,
yeah.
right? I mean, you've got the Adams up in Missouri. You've got this national. You have people from all over the country.
You're all sitting in the same virtual lounge.
Yeah,
and it's like you get to know each other without getting to meet each other physically, face to face.
But I think this is all trivial stuff, but we got to get to the meat and the potatoes of it all. The big four.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to break all this lightweight, how's the weather stuff.
Yeah.
And get into the real questions.
I came up with a new 4 and 5 today as I was waking up.
Okay.
'Cause I think the meat thing is kind of.
I think it's played out.
That was played out.
Yeah.
But there are the big 3 questions that we'll ask you. But then we have, I think, 2 more new ones that we need to add to the rotation so that it's a 5-question night.
Okay.
So
should we start with the news?
We can start with the new ones.
Yeah, because
And
I want to see where Biz comes in.
Yeah, we've gone through this. We've done this exercise before, but I particularly love it. And this is for you guys too. I want you guys to answer this question as well. So question number 1. 3 people, dead or alive, that are known to smoke cigars, who would you want to have a cigar with, sit down and have a cigar with?
Oh, first and foremost, Winston Churchill.
Churchill.
Okay.
That would be so good.
Probably Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
That's a new one.
Tom Selleck. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
And do they have to be famous?
No.
My brother's ex-father-in-law.
Yeah, that's going to need a little bit of backstory.
By the way, no one else picked that guy.
Yeah.
The next sentence will explain it. He was a courier in the Gambino family.
Whoa.
Damn, you can stop right there.
Oh, man. The stories.
So, ex-father-in-law, I can't imagine. I mean, that's not by divorce, right? The ex part?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's by divorce.
He wasn't rolled up in a carpet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Him and
the brownstones.
No, he actually died of an old age, lost a leg due to diabetes. Yeah, the guy was.
But he didn't die from lead poisoning.
No, and we would talk when he would come down to visit my brother down in Virginia, and the stories he would tell, man, was just. And then he had the they were from Erie, Pennsylvania, and his wife would always be like, "If they come take my house because of the stuff," and he's like, "Shut up." But he did a lot of the things that you're not supposed to do with cigars.
Dip them?
No, he would smoke one, and if it was time to come in, he'd smash it in the
Smash it out.
ashtray.
Oh, yeah.
But then he would come back and smoke it the next morning. Yeah, so
Sam's got some good ones coming in there.
Yeah, so Larry Adams is. This is just a straight up kiss ass move.
Yeah.
What he did. His wife.
Yeah, and then
Julie.
and then J-Lo.
And then J-Lo.
That's-
That's the only way he can pull off J-Lo is having his wife in the sentence. And of
Sam.
course, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sam, my
right.
dad, I'm with you there. Arnold and George Burns.
Yeah.
Who you
George
got?
Burns. Yeah.
Arnold is the only one I got right now.
Arnold?
That's it. I was gonna say Bill Cosby, but I don't feel like getting drugged.
Yeah.
So
I'd go Bill Burr, Paul McCartney.
Now that we know he was a
Now that
big
we
time
know,
cigar smoker.
now that we know he's a big time cigar smoker. Bill Burr, Paul McCartney. I'll come back. I'll think about the third. Who you got?
I was fortunate that I got across one off the list, which was Cedric the Entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have a cigar with him. Steve Harvey. And then I take Ced off. I'm Churchill and Jordan, Michael Jordan.
MJ. Yeah, we've got Mark Meyer coming in with MJ as well. Harriet Tubman.
Ooh, she smoked cigars.
I don't know.
in the movie she did.
Yeah, that would be it.
Doc Franklin, Harriet Tubman, and MJ.
Mark, you know, Evan Hurst comes in with Mark Twain. I got to be honest, Mark Twain kind of,
Was he a pipe guy?
he's probably a pipe guy. And
He was.
I think
I'm
he'd
sure
be
he
more
was
of
a hard time.
Seems like
But he
a
comes
kind of a
from that
dickhead.
area.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's from Hannibal, Missouri.
Maybe Walt Disney.
Yeah,
Walt Disney could be.
seems like he would smoke a cigar.
Yeah, I just made up the fact that he's a cigar smoker, but here we sit. Walt Disney would be the guy.
If you said, "Hey, Walt, you could come back for a day, but you guys smoke cigars all day," I bet he'd do it.
I bet he would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Just wait.
Everybody, a
he's
lot of
sitting there frozen,
Groucho
he's
Marx.
smoking back.
A lot of Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
And unfortunately, you're not smoking a cigar right now, but
Can you?
you're on my list.
He can't.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Okay, Ron. Ron is watching right now. Go. What do you want to smoke? Atabay. Will you please go grab an Atabay and bring one back here? Ron, please.
There's about a 30-second delay, so Ron's going to be 30 seconds behind.
Tim Flores. Oh, you son of a
Oh,
bitch.
that's a suck up.
Jay-Z, Bill Clinton, the special
The
cigars.
special cigar.
Smoke a joint with Bill Clinton. All right, I would be down for that. So.
I think Jalen would have been a good one. You
We
know,
could arrange that.
When he came in, you know, you didn't want to you don't want to be the fanboy,
Yeah,
but I mean, he likes Chubby Checker, you know.
yeah.
The old caddy. Yeah, I think I would.
No, yeah, Jalen. He's talking about Jalen Smith.
We can arrange that.
We can definitely arrange that. But with Jalen, it was funny because when the boys first met him, he came to the house for their birthday, and we sat out back, and I'm like, he hadn't played yet. He was that year that he had to sit out for his leg to get kind of rehabbed. And I said, so Jalen, do you smoke cigars? He goes, Nope, not yet. I said, will you ever smoke a cigar? He goes, I'll tell you what, I'll smoke one the night we win the Super Bowl with you. And I said, all right, great. I went and got an Atabay and had him write on there, we'll smoke dirt to win on a Super Bowl win, Jalen Smith. And I have that cigar in my humidor. I hope we could burn it this year. Unfortunately, he's not on the team.
No.
But
would he still get a ring if they won the
I
Super Bowl?
think he played enough games that he would.
He would still get a ring,
Yes.
right?
So, but you fast forward to the spring of the next year, and we're playing a golf tournament together. And Jalen's there, and we're all smoking cigars. He goes, all right, Pops.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm grabbing my hug now.
Good to see you, bro, brother. Oh.
I can't believe Jim Trader is right here. Right here in the flesh.
You blew my mind, man. You blew my mind.
I told you, stick around, watch this show.
So anyway, long story short, Jalen's sitting in his cart, and he goes, all right, Pops, I'm ready for my first cigar. So we get him a Tatiscan, sweet tip. He smokes it in about 3 holes. It's like, all right, man, I'm ready for another one. I said, okay, good. So he's like feeling good. He's like, hey, I'm not going to fail my drug test, am I? I don't know what he thought was in these cigars.
Didn't he freak out and go, oh my God, I accidentally inhaled it?
Yes. Yeah. That was pretty classic. We got Robert De Niro, Thomas Edison. That'd be good. Be like, hey Tom, I wish we could illuminate this room. I'll be right back.
And
Flip the switch.
I've actually got to throw the most important one in there, and I'm sure it's going to happen. Is I want to be in here with my son again,
Yes.
smoking a cigar.
So I got to tell the story. It's one of my favorite stories. I've told it before. When I first met Jim comes in with his good-looking son and a friend of his.
He
And
looks
they-
nothing like me.
He comes in just kind of like me and him. But
Yeah.
So they come in, and I'm like, how you doing, guys? What brings you in today? And his son goes, I want to smoke my first cigar. I'm like, so you guys are flying down the tollway at 80 miles an hour and decided cigar lounge stop. Let's go have our first cigar. What's going on?
Man, I'm
What
done with you, baby.
he said was, we're celebrating a roll. But what I heard was, I'm out on parole. So I thought his son just got out of jail, and they were in celebrating. Well, we put away the acids or whatever you had, and we got some Atabays, and you guys came and sat in the back. And his son is an actor, and he's had some great roles in some great series. Was it Endless Summer? Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer, and he's on NCIS that'll come out this coming spring.
So this coming spring, NCIS. But there's a great series that's called Cruel Summer that Nathaniel's in, and outstanding job. But I'm thinking the whole time, this guy's way too good looking to be in prison. So I'm going, what the hell could this guy have done? And I went through the whole day thinking that he was on parole. I didn't really put two and two together when they were talking about the other roles that they had in TV shows, and I thought, oh, okay, I kind of missed it by about a mile. But you became a member shortly after that.
Well, there's a reason. Dave made it sound like we had a cigar in our hand and we just got out of Bay's quick interchange. That's not what happened. He spent probably 45 minutes with me, my son, and Adve in the humidor.
Yep.
Talking to, how do you drink your coffee? All these different things. And that's what we came in, we said, I'm going to be a member. And Nathaniel liked it. The first day we're in, we're all three sitting there, and Dave got us some scotch. And there's this guy sitting across from us, and I don't know who he was, but he's trying to sell us
Dirk. The beads.
these beaded bracelets.
What's up, Ron?
They probably broke while he was showing them.
And then that's where the first time I met Ty, because Dirk got up to get something, and Ty comes over and goes, don't buy the beads.
Don't buy the beads. My favorite. Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
No, but that's what made me want to be a member was the amount of time Dave's, because you go into to buy a shirt, and here's your sizes, fat, but no, that's not the way it was. Yeah.
My favorite memory with you is from the Halloween event.
I was gonna say that you can't
Were
take
you-
my
oh,
memory, man.
do you remember? Oh no, you talking?
When he came to the door with the Game of Thrones Hodor, the whole tattoo head, I was like, God damn! Bruh, when I say that was hands down the dopest Halloween costume I've ever seen, like I was Jim's boy after that. Like, yo, what's up, man? This dude.
See, you
fully went in with it.
See, your favorite part is just seeing him walk in the door. My favorite was about 3 days later.
When he still had it?
When he still had the head tats, because they wouldn't come off his scalp.
Oh, man.
It was henna. I hennaed it.
Oh, you had.
How long did that take to come off?
It took weeks. And I own my own consulting company, so they're still one of my clients, and they still stuck with me through all this. It's a high wealth management company, and I'm going in there with war tribal tattoos and Viking tattoos on my head that won't come off for weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim is not here, but Hodor will be taking his place.
Oh my God!
What would that have been? That would have been Halloween 2019, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
find this. I'm gonna post it up so you guys can see these head
that was
tats.
so
Nathaniel also.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, this has got his head tat. I'm gonna put this up so everyone can see it. No, go ahead.
Nathaniel came in costume as well, and he had yellow contact lenses in, and Brandon's walking around with the camera, and you could tell there was one professional actor in this building that night, because as soon as Brandon got the camera in front of him,
Right there, ladies.
he
and
knew exactly what to do.
Right
That's
there,
it right there.
Well, that picture right there, we were up front taking the pictures and stuff, and he and Becca were standing there. And Becca's also an actor, and he immediately was like, I don't know if y'all saw it, but he was standing behind y'all, and he went, basically tell me, lower your chin.
Really, he dropped it.
Yeah.
No, it was real clear because I remember shooting photo and video. I throw the camera up in Nathaniel's face and he gives me this look. I was like, whoa,
Whoa.
that's different.
Yeah, that's.
And then I pan over to his girlfriend. I was like, oh, that's also different. They know.
They see a lens and everything
Boom.
changes.
And he had those
Yellow contacts.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh
That
my
was
God.
wild.
It was
Yeah,
great.
and I remember we were sitting back here. I don't know if it was a Halloween or if it was a party after that. It was a party after that. and Becca's sitting there in the chair, and Nathaniel's sitting there.
Ugly sweater.
Maybe it was Ugly
I think it was ugly sweater.
And Drew comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, are they old enough?" And Becca, even though I'm not gonna to put it out there, but she's well above the age of drinking, and so Nathaniel is too. But she looks like she's like. And Drew even said, he's like, she looks like she's 16.
She looks young.
She does look young. She's, yeah, he done well. He done well. All the way through.
Yeah, he's been giving me a hard time about this. He's like, why don't you cut that? This is
'Tis the season, Jim.
well, no, I don't know. Can you guys tell this is way longer than this?
Yeah.
Well, during chemo, this is the only part of my beard from that picture that did not fall out. Everything else you see here is all new growth, and it's like white, thicker, because you can tell it's like bumping up. And he's like, just cut that off. And I'm like, no, this is going to catch up with that, because this is the last thing I had.
That's survival.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, it was so funny. I'm like trying to fix my hair and stuff, because Cuts McGee's not, he can't come in the house to cut my hair. None of them told me, because, they didn't want to hurt my feelings, but you could see holes in my hair from the chemo. The hair was falling out. And I go in the bathroom one day, and I'm like, I had to go to chemo, and I'm like trying to get my hair to do what it was doing. And I was like, I came outside, like, my daughter's sitting there, my wife's sitting there, Nathaniel's there. And I'm like, do you guys realize there's holes in my head? They were like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? They were like,
No, certain things are off.
yeah. It's just like, and those are the things that they did that went out of their way to just, didn't matter.
It's family.
And like Begley, she cooked Thanksgiving dinner for us.
That's
Just
She's a special gal. I think I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
her.
she really is.
I was afraid she's gonna be pissed because you didn't tell her that I was coming up.
Oh, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people pissed off that I didn't
Oh,
tell
yeah.
them that they were coming.
No,
up.
Ty's not. I mean, Ty's gonna be. I mean, everybody. I'm glad
But-
Doc Franklin is in the house because he's had a lot of good times with you.
But-
and
Is Doc back there?
no, he's
Doc
he's
Franklin, why don't you hop in your car and make your way up here? You got plenty of time. Chris, he's joining us from the foreign land of McKinney.
Oh, way out there. Good day, mate. That's way out there in McKinney.
So question one was the three people.
The three people.
Question
we got
two.
some nice feedback. The other one was ties into the sub caption, the sub brand of our company, which is I've had a better cigar, but I've never had a cigar in a better place. So if you've been in one of those situations where you're having a cigar, doesn't really matter what it was, but you were in a real special place when it happened, where was it?
Where was one of your most memorable cigars? What do you got? You saw.
I said that was 72 hours ago on the island of St. Martin. On the French side, a thunderstorm was rolling in, sitting on the patio of an Airbnb, literally watching a thunderstorm coming, not a worry in the world. And that just happened 4 days ago.
Damn.
Nice.
And yeah, and it was an Atabay.
What were you smoking? Oh, okay.
Atabay. Yes, it was. I grabbed me some, man. It was incredible.
Oh,
I literally did that phone call from Harlem Nights. Put your mom on the phone.
yeah, I ain't coming home.
I ain't never coming home. Child support these days. Yeah, I came back.
The most memorable location. I've got another spin-off of that, but
Yeah.
I think it's selfish.
Is it the hot tub?
I have it selfish. It's interesting. The hot tub is the most life-changing moment. Probably of cigars or no.
We'll probably need to give them some backstory.
These guys know. When we got
it's not what it sounds like.
Go watch the Busted video, and that will tell you everything. It's on our YouTube channel. Go do it. It's worth a minute and a half of your time. If I saw the photos today, and if I would say, I'm going to take your question, because I was going to put it on newbies, but I know it was real selfish with my question, which is, what's the most interesting place a cigar has ever taken you? So that could be you being on vacation having a cigar. But when I'm looking at photos today, I saw this deal that said Cyrus Guest. So I clicked on the folder, and it's us in the garage with Pietra, with Gunter Steiner in the F1 garage. And if it wasn't for cigars,
We wouldn't have been there.
Never would have been there. And
No.
then we got to see Kool and the Gang smoking cigars, watching Kool and the Gang.
Yep.
All of that experience wouldn't have happened without cigars, and that is like a vector point of my life. And that, to be able to share it with you, be there, go
That
through
was
the whole
awesome.
deal, that to me is the most special place, even though we did smoke cigars basically the whole time until we were in the...
Yeah.
If we weren't
Even
in
when
the
they told
garage-
us to put them out.
If we
didn't.
weren't in the garage, we were smoking cigars
Yeah.
at Circuit of the Americas,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to be in there, that I wouldn't trade that for the world.
That was awesome.
That's probably mine.
Yeah. I had one that just came to me a little bit ago that just was a great place to have a cigar, particularly as a golfer. I had in 2009 the opportunity to play at Augusta, and when you were talking about watching this storm come in and everything, we're sitting up on the deck of the clubhouse, leaning back on the two back chairs, waiting for the chair to break, but sitting there smoking a cigar on the deck and watching the sun go down and watch it just drop over Augusta National. It was unbelievable.
Jim, what's yours?
Mine has got to be the first day here. And the moment that I've remembered the whole time is I'm sitting, say I would be sitting here out in the public lounge. I'd be sitting here. Nathaniel would be sitting about 15 degrees that way, and Oddbait was sitting beside him. And he and I both looked at each other. It was about the time that I blew this big ball of smoke out of my mouth, and it just kind of filtered up. And he did the same thing, and I was just like, man,
Doesn't get any better.
I'll never be able to share that with my son. I mean, and I've said this with Dave. I mean, you guys have opened up a connection between me and my son that would have never.
That it's
All right, we just put up the walls, man.
Well, no, I mean, like they want to. One of the things you were talking about, celebration and all that. There's like 5 or 6 guys he wants to bring in.
What's up, Rad?
And I'm just, to me, that was, I don't know, well, my daughter's not old enough to smoke, but I don't know if she would, but yeah, that was, he and I looking across from each other, big old balls of smoke rolling out of our mouths, our first cigars together. It was
Just a passing
Yeah.
of life.
I will agree with that. My first cigar with my daughter was here. When Ariana came in, because she's old enough to look, but now, and when I go to visit her in Atlanta, we said, Dad, we gotta go to a lounge. Like, my baby girl smokes cigars. She only does them when she's with Dad.
that's awesome.
But she does do that.
It's just
Zach Franklin says, in my car after the birth of my daughter at McKinney Hospital 12 years ago.
wow.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's yeah.
Finally
That's
having a cigar with Dave after watching Saturday at the Shop for over a year. That's Larry Adams.
Yeah.
Drove 10 and a half hours to get
I
here.
saw that. It
Yeah.
was like this past summer, right?
Yeah, wait till you meet these. Larry and Julie, they're just salt of the earth. They're just awesome. Sean Ratz, have you met Sean
I
Ratz?
haven't. I just
Sean, Jim Trader. Oh, you guys will meet. He is. Yeah,
he
you
works
guys.
on Porsches though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, only the best kind.
Why not Ferraris?
He is
currently.
he's currently working on a Ferrari. I
Yeah,
can tell
he
you
does
that
a
right
lot
now.
of rat damage.
He does. Yeah, he's fixes rat problems.
And I got to tell you guys, with the connection you guys made with me, it's just the same with Nathaniel, and actually my wife too. My wife and I, we've been separated for 3 years now,
Yeah.
and we are the best of friends. We're
That's
better
awesome.
friends now than 26 years of marriage. We'll never get divorced, but I didn't know that my daughter Madison and Matt and Jessica, their main thing was they wanted me to get back here because they saw
Right?
who I was because of here,
Yep.
and they were just like, that's all they wanted. They wanted us to kick cancer's ass, and even when I would tell them like, well, doctor says this, doctor says that, and they're like, who cares? Go.
One thing I love about social media is we never lost touch.
Dude.
Jim was every time something, when I got my puppy, when things happened, Jim was like, oh, cute. Like, he was always on Facebook. That's how we always keep in contact. He was always on top of everything that was going on. I always seen a comment from
For
him.
all the negatives that social media bring, there is a genuine positive.
Yeah.
Right.
We
I felt
get
like a
that.
stalker.
No, you're just part of the
No,
community.
I loved it. Like I see him be like, I light up like, yo, cool. Like I wouldn't respond to nobody, but if he said something, I like it or respond back.
Yep.
Everybody like, yeah. But Jim like, okay, I know
Yeah.
he's cool.
What
Everything's
up,
all
JJ?
right.
Well, and Zach Franklin coming in, his first cigar with his son at ICC Football Sunday. I remember when his son came in. His son comes in, every once in a while. It's cool. He's a good young man.
How cool was it? There was a night Montel Jordan was here, and Montel Jordan and his son, and we sat here, the four of us, smoked cigars, and Brandon has this revelation that he's like, I grew up listening to my dad playing your music, and now I'm having a cigar with you and your son and my dad, and we're just sitting here having a cigar.
It was this weird, I cannot explain what that experience was, but yeah, I grew up and just pointing at him. I grew up listening to your music in his car, and now there's just, when I get into the Porsche, it's just Porsche mix, Montel Jordan's in there all day.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a cool experience that was.
Yeah.
And I think when the blessing is the curse of this place is how many memorable cigar moments there are, and we have hundreds, encroaching on thousands now that occur in the lounge that are very special.
There's just so many. It's we when we started, we always said the cigar was the great equalizer. It brought people together, people that may have never crossed paths, but it's become bigger than that for us, and it's just.
Well, I mean, you guys are at that point where you get to experience those first two with other people, and I was telling you, my parents owned a bar. We never got that, but here, I mean, it's got to be cool to be able to say, hey, I was there when, Nathaniel Ashton smoked his first cigar with his dad, or Busy Bee smoked his first cigar with his daughter. I mean, there's not very many people that can say that they were part. That's like being invited to a wedding.
Yeah. And it's different than your first time you're drinking, because the first time you're drinking, you usually go off the rails and you don't know how to control it. But this is a first adult moment that I got to sit, and it's my father finally said, "You're ready." It's this passage. It's this coming of age type of tale. I love it.
Now let's get to the good shit.
Let's get to the good shit.
Let me just, Jim. I just want to, Evan Hurst, Jim. We've never met, but always was waiting on the edge of my seat for updates. Thank God for ICC and the ICC community. Very, very nice.
Thank you,
Evan. And I think, and Evan hasn't been here yet. We haven't met him face to face. I've talked to him on the phone, but he's a friend of
just
Larry
spoke to him
Adams.
on the phone for the first time on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing what's happening here. The people who are sitting here watching this right now, thank you, because we're not many people. By the time we get to the end of the broadcast, we'll have anywhere between 400 to 600 people who have joined us at some point. If you think about that, that's a very small pocket of even Frisco. If you think about that, that is a massive audience of people who just get to sit and we get to share this experience with. That's why we do this.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you for coming out and investing a little bit of your time and joining us in the lounge, even though it's virtual. But it means the world to us, and it is. It's taken cigars for us. It's a whole different thing.
It's a different thing because what we're talking about today. I get the pleasure because everyone knows there's a phase 2. Well, there's going to be chances are there's going to be a phase 1.5 behind that brick wall.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
And we start thinking about these things that we can do to provide all of you, all of everyone, a better experience. Mm-hmm. And your experience is very important, be it virtual, be it in person. Our family hinders on developing the finest cigar lounge experience we can possibly create.
And it might be selfishly because we enjoy the shit out of it.
We love it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you and I were talking this past week. I have not gone to any other cigar shop except for this one because I feel like I'd be cheating on y'all. But then when you hear through here, you hear people talk about, and Elliot goes all over the place, so I got to hear some stories before, all this happened. This is just, it seems like it would be a downgrade to go to another cigar shop.
It's humbling to hear, like when Luciano is here or Pablo is here, that live in foreign countries, that travel all over the world, and to have them say they've never had an experience like this. It's humbling. There's no secret sauce to this other than you just gotta want to do it.
It's gotta work.
You just gotta want to do it.
Gotta work.
I think you gotta be real. You guys are real.
Well, I mean, we have nothing to hide. I mean, it's very clear because twice a week we get on this, and you can see exactly who we are off the camera. I mean, this is who we are. You get to smoke a cigar with us, and we get to smoke a cigar with everyone here, and that's ultimately a great reminder that it's easy if you take time off of this to look at your customers or your manufacturers as your combatants or whatever. They're breaking the rules or it's not. Slow down. We're doing this so we can enjoy something. We got to create an environment here for people to trust each other and love on each other.
I got to share something, and I'm not going to go in the exact detail of it, but it was probably March of 2020, and even JP and KO, they were like, "Hey man, you haven't been coming in the shop. What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm just kind of busy. I had some thoughts, but I'm still suffering from some chemo brain."
So you rolled in. You were talking to Ty. You were talking to KO.
King, what was his name?
Bob King.
No. Watanga.
Oh,
He played the Black King in Watanga.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. Okay.
Gotcha.
So,
That's racist, man.
Y'all didn't know?
No, we didn't know.
I mean,
You went to the source? We good.
I had been noticing some signs with this, and that's why around March I stopped coming in. I wasn't sure, and I actually posted on Chadwick Boseman's a year after his death. I said, man, this is a good day for me and a bad day for me because I know how your stage 4 went, but it was his death. That's what made me call my doctor and say, "Hey doc, I think there's something going on here."
Oh wow.
But I wasn't coming to the shop and everything, and it was probably 2.5 months, and I just didn't show up. And all the guys were like, "What's going on?" And finally, it was a Thursday. I picked the phone up, and my family was in the living room, and I went in the spare bedroom, and I called you, and I said, "Dave, I have stage 4 cancer." From that moment on, the next words out of his mouth, I mean, I'm not going to go into detail because it was something you did for me that I wasn't expecting, but I felt I owed you an explanation of why I wasn't coming in because of who you guys are. But I don't know you get that anywhere else. I mean, I just don't,
I think the message was to fight, and I watched my dad give up.
He fucking gave up.
He just quit.
Gave up.
And you fought, and I could hear that you wanted to fight, and not knowing what was in front of you, you still took on the challenge. Everybody here is stronger because of that. Everybody.
it's not because of me, I can tell you that.
No,
That's a humble way to say it, man. It's.
I mean, me and KO back and forth with the 49ers and
well, that's such low hanging fruit.
yeah.
I mean, he's a low hanging fruit, but
And Doc was like, I didn't tell anybody, but Doc and I were texting each other back and forth, and I was giving him the results of the tests and everything, and I mean, he and I bonded over cigars and Raiders, and he was in here watching a Raiders game with his son.
Right.
I mean, this place, I just...
How full circle does that go? Is 10 minutes ago, Doc Franklin said his favorite experience of a cigar was Sunday football, which could conceivably be the time that you two bonded during his favorite experience with a cigar with his son. You think about how this all works as this ecosystem that everyone's together. And it's just, you see this. You see how important it is what we do. I mean, Tuesday, we know Roger's going to be here. We know the Klaus will be in here. We know people will be in here for movie night. Movie night that we've seen a million times. We got Trading Places up, and none of us have to. Everyone knows exactly what everyone is saying right now. We don't even. We can be on mute. We know what everyone's saying, right? And it's what a humbling, beautiful world we live in.
I think we should we should now get into the hard questions to see where Jim's head is really at.
We need to learn a little bit about you because we might cancel your membership still. I mean, congrats with everything, but
I think
I see why this is your favorite.
Oh my gosh, man!
I'm gonna do some looking around. If there are any Scotch whiskey guys, if you have your hookup on 17-year double wood Belvini, hit me up because I need to get a bottle for them.
They don't.
I know they discontinued it. What, a year and a half ago? I think I bought that.
For our friends at SSW that are out there wandering through liquor stores like just zombies.
Or if anyone has it
if
on
you
secondary.
see it, buy it. I'll buy it from you.
Yeah,
So
I'll buy it.
But
anything.
let me give you some background on this. Why this has become my favorite? It's because of Doug Hausler.
he was just here.
I was in here one day, and I forget his last name, but Mike used to be like, "Man, do you work here?" I was like, "No, I own my own business. I can come in here and chill whenever I want." And Doug was in here. He owns those, so he had some Balvenie, and I'd never tried Balvenie. And he let me try some Balvenie, and it was like, "Holy cow, I'm missing out." So then it started to like, he would bring in Balvenie, I would bring in Balvenie, and I mean that's how I found it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It was Doug Hausler. Absolutely.
Wow,
That's awesome.
That was this, and when you posted, hey, it's so wild because these guys know my schedule it's a wild one, as we all have busy schedules, but I've never had this moment. You posted up, hey, they're discontinuing it, and I went, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So it's a goody, and there's one bottle sitting on the shelf left. I went, that's Jim's.
There was some guy that he belongs in. How do you say it?
SSW.
SSW. He was in somewhere back east, and he sent me a picture. He said, "Hey, brother, you want me to get this for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, get it for me." He lives over past Royce City,
Oh my God.
and drove it over here
Whoa.
for them to put it in my locker.
Damn. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
This
What a cool community.
don't believe anything you say. The world's all right. People are cool.
Yeah.
but getting back to your question. So,
Okay,
yeah,
so
let's
now
get back to the
that
questions.
so the big three, number one, UFOs.
no.
No,
Ooh.
that's a hard no.
That was just a dismissive.
Just
No.
no.
Okay.
All right. Ghosts.
Yes. And
Have you had an experience?
Yes, I've had actually 3.
Okay, here we go.
This dude was saging his house. Not but 2 weeks ago.
Nathaniel saged my house because
Oh shit.
Frank, my pug, he would look at the garage door and just random times he'd just start barking. And then he would go back and look at Nathaniel's door and just bark like he's seen something. And Nathaniel, the younger, they're into that stuff, and he was like, "I'm gonna sage the house." He's like, "Something's not." I mean, but when I was 16, I got in a 3-wheeler wreck. That was back when.
Ooh,
Where-
two-stroke. That's
Yeah.
With the bouncy tires.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is it a Honda?
Yeah.
Honda
CR250?
ATC.
I don't remember.
Is that what it was?
They were
It
called
was
an ATC, all-terrain crash vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're riding those, and my buddy of mine had a KDX 80 motorcycle, and we're riding in the back of the woods, and we're all taking turns. There's like 4 of us there, and we see a pack of wild dogs. Now this is in by the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So my buddy starts gunning his motorcycle. He's like, "Oh, we got to go back and pick them up." I'm on a freaking through. It's like my second time on one. So I just gas it. We're trying to weave and bob in between this path on the trees. and I catch a tree at however fast they would go right here. Next thing you know, I'm up above my body.
So you're watching yourself.
I'm watching my friends run around my body and say, James. Now, there's only been a few people I've shared this with, so
Well,
Now you're sharing it with everyone.
I'm sharing with
share
everybody.
it with everybody now.
And there was this voice right here that said, turn around and you will never experience pain again.
Wow.
And it terrified the crap out of me. I said, I'm not ready. Back in my body.
Whoa.
So at that point, I think I was a ghost. Because
So that's not even seeing a ghost.
No, that's
You
being-
were one.
even my friends were like, I was laying there lifeless.
Whoa.
Um,
Turn around and you'll never feel pain again.
That's exactly right. And I knew I was not ready to go. I was 16. I was like, not ready. And it was just immediate.
Whoa.
And I've told my wife this story. I've told a couple friends of mine that you guys are the first people that I've told that are. But yeah, so
We're all
Damn,
we're all
that's-
friends here.
Yeah, Sean Rad says that's damn deep. Knock that ash off. Let me relight it.
He's got to go.
I saw-
It's
I
an
saw-
anime.
Yeah,
so
it's
what,
an anime.
what is the deal now? 2 years ago when we were here, you wanted to keep the ash on as long as you could.
Now
Well-
you want to knock it off about there.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
who was it? The
Wait,
guy that was saying-
Luciano.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, Larry Adams just sent me a link. There's a shop up in St. Louis who just repurposed and used our link and shared it of the Luciano.
Oh,
the
nice.
Luciano video. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
So the second one was it was a step grandmother of mine. I was 6th grade. She was really nice to us, and we lived in this old house in West Virginia. And oh yeah, my dad was
Virginia,
my
he
dad
said,
was
"Oh,
born
hell
in
no."
my dad was born in a coal mining camp up there.
Oh boy.
So she had passed away, and she was really kind to all of us, even though she wasn't our real grandmother. And I got scared one night because my stepbrothers, we had this freaking refrigerator that if you open the door and you shut it right, it would go, and they were like, that's a ghost. It terrified me. So my 2 oldest sisters, I was like, can I sleep with you guys?
Yeah.
Well, my sister wakes me up in the middle of the night. She goes, James, do you see Mama standing in the corner? And there she was, standing in the pink dress that she was buried in.
Just clear as day.
Just clear as I can see her now standing there.
Wow.
No lights on in the room. Now, when I say room, it was like more like a piece of an attic. No lights on, but there was a light over her, illuminating everything. I mean, yeah.
Did you feel scared? Did you feel
Absolutely
at
not.
peace?
Absolutely not. And this one I can actually show you if you want actual proof because I wrote it down. Jessica and I had been married maybe a year and a half, and we're laying on the couch. We were living with her dad, so she had a huge bedroom, so we kind of set it up like
Like an apartment.
what do you call it?
Loft.
Kind of not a loft. What's it called?
A studio?
A studio. That's it.
Studio, okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm still chemo's still.
Your excuse is way better than ours.
And we're just laying there. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and the sun's coming in the window. And so picture this: we're laying here. My wife's closet is back there, and I didn't see her, but this feeling just came over my grandmother. And I literally said out loud, and I said, Grandma, this is my wife, Jessica. She was like, who are you talking to? I said, my grandmother's here. And I got up, and from her memorial service, we had a picture. I got up and I wrote the time, the date, and what I said to her on that picture.
Wow.
Yeah, so they do exist.
Have you heard Busy's Kukui Kukui?
I have, and I Googled it. What you're talking about. I was like, okay.
Did you hear his saging story when he saged the house?
So we
This
were-
happened like what?
about a month ago now.
About a month ago, so he might not got shit. And he's got long
No.
sleeves. The
Yeah,
last
no, I
time
know
he
chill
told
balls.
this,
Yeah,
he
I
was
remember
telling
saying
you
chill balls.
chicken skins.
Yeah.
Man, but since she says the house has been chill. But anything that goes bump in my house, I need to make sure it's either my parents or the dog or something, because I'm like, it's a brand new ass house. I refuse for this to be buried on Indian burial grounds or something like. But you don't know. I mean,
Right across 423 is a pretty big burial ground.
Well, you ever watch Supernatural, the TV show?
yeah,
I remember you saying that your brother brought your dad's ashes.
yeah, man, yeah. Me and him still got issues with that. Damn.
Supernatural, they say that if there's still something that tie them to the earth,
They'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Well, that's I think what happened with our situation with the humidor, with all the we have that glass case in the vault.
I remember. I think was I the one that found that? Who found that? Because I remember I came in and I called you and told you that it was broken.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was. I got to the shop earlier that day and I was like,
Yeah.
And there's nothing around it. No sensors went off or nothing. The
No,
glass
nothing.
was just straight broken.
The glass. So if you think something residual is going to hang on to something, we have boxes that are over 100 years old in there.
yeah,
You wonder where they were, from the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, and where all they've been.
Just look at this. I have original Playboy by Don Diego cigars, right, in my humidor. But if I went away, those are just cigars to people.
Right.
But to me, there are cigars in there that are the
That was your
impetus of
first
the rest
cigar?
of my, yeah, it was the
Yeah.
impetus of the rest of my life. And if I went away, I could imagine that there's something that's going to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, and so Biz came in the morning, and the one side of the glass just shattered. So I watched the video. The security cameras are in that room, so I just watched it, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden you just saw the glass just go and fall down. Tempered glass just shattered. Crazy.
And you know that room is perfectly temperature controlled.
Oh, yeah.
There's no nothing in
Yeah.
it, so it's like, how does it just
Bust.
do that?
And how does nothing else
It
break?
stays 70 degrees in there all year long.
Well, let me. Nathaniel, he's not superstitious or anything like that, but
He's a little stitious.
Little stitches.
he will not. Why? There's a TV show called The Originals, and it's a spin-off of
By the way, Julie said chemo brain. She's had chemo brain after 14 years. It happens from time to time.
That's not good to hear, Julie. Because I actually texted my oncologist, the lead oncologist, on the portal, and I said, Doc, I'll give you the reason why I texted him. We set up our Christmas decorations yesterday or this past weekend, and Nathaniel and Becca were getting this stuff out, and I pulled the Christmas tree out, and they're like, no, that's not the Christmas tree we had. I was like, what are y'all talking about? They're like, where's the skinny white tree? I'm like, we have a green tree. It's a freaking 12-foot tall tree. They showed me, I had to look through my phone from Christmas last year. We had a white, and Becca pulls it out. I don't remember it. I do not remember it. So I text my oncologist, like, Doc, what can I do? Like there are times, like I mentioned to my wife, and hopefully it doesn't happen here. I'll be looking for a word, and it's almost like a stutter. I can't get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma's a
My mom goes through. She had a full-on brain
My wife had
aneurysm.
a stroke. and
Dude, I'm
she
51
struggles with
years
that
old, dude.
Same
Don't tell
thing.
me.
No, but look at that though.
What is that? I can't see it.
14 years.
I know.
It's 14 years.
I googled it, and it said that it can last. It's like I don't know. My hands are numb. My feet are numb. That's why I can't drive right now. Because my feet, the chemo-induced neuropathy in my feet and my hands. And I'm like, so I'm doing all these funky exercises at home, and then this chemo brain thing, and I'm messaging the doctor, and I'm like, how long is this crap gonna last? What can I do? Can I play Sudoku? What can I do? But yeah. But
Larry says he has chemo brain and he's never had chemo. So you and I suffer from CRS. I have a bad case that can't remember shit.
Yeah, Julie says she uses Pervagin.
that doesn't sound good, Julie.
That doesn't sound like he has the parts to use
I'm
that.
missing something.
No.
To be honest.
No. So ghosts are obviously real.
I think we've concluded that.
I think the big one is Bigfoot.
No.
No, because you haven't seen it. No, because you don't believe that
No, I believe that it possibly, because if you think about it, 10 years ago, nobody believed giant squid existed, and still we started finding them. There would be, people in the Indonesia that report these big giant squid coming up attacking their stuff as they're pulling. Everybody just wrote them off. And now you can pull up giant squid pictures anywhere.
Yeah.
So, did they exist? Possibly.
Well, I sit there, none of us are shocked if we go to a zoo and see gorillas. So if there was this natural, evolution, is it crazy to think that there was, was at the stage before the caveman or whatever the case was? Are there still some around?
Gorillas are 98% identical to human DNA. There's got to be a 99%, right?
But, okay.
And Oklahoma just put out today, there's a $3 million award.
Bounty.
A bounty.
Because at $1 million they couldn't get enough interest. Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking.
Million.
I have family from West Virginia. My dad was born in a mining camp.
Private Jim.
Those rednecks would have found that thing by now.
Yeah.
Where's the big pile of poop? Where do they live?
The bones, you got to have something. We know dinosaurs were here.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I understand it. I want to believe.
But I because I've been, in every week you guys are doing this. I'll have to pull the video up, but I can tell you in Idaho, we lived in Idaho before we moved down here. We were up there for 2.5 years, and it took me about a week to realize it was a mistake. But there is a place in Idaho that Nathaniel and Matty used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and the professor was like, "Let me go show you something."
Flores, let's go hunting, boys.
You go down a hill. If you put your car in neutral, take your foot off the brake, you will back right up the
Back the
freaking
hill. Yep. Did that in California.
So we had a friend of ours come visit us. I know they didn't believe us, so I had Nathaniel take the Jeep Grand Cherokee. I filmed it. He took his foot off the brake, made sure his foot was off the brake, and even the guy was in the passenger seat to make sure we weren't pulling his leg. Backed right up the hill.
What is that? Is it just an
It's
optical
gotta,
illusion?
no,
of the,
it's got to be some kind of gravitational. It's on a mountain.
That is.
Yeah, this was. I was in California. We went out there when I turned 13, and my cousins were like, "Come on, we got to go out to whatever the hill was." And we went to the base of this hill, put the car in neutral, and then started going back up this hill. And I don't know if it was just an optical illusion of where it was or but it was
When
great.
Professor took us out there, I was like, no. So we did it like 9-10 times. And I got out and I'm like looking at the hill and I'm like, the hill does this.
Oh, when you're standing outside the car so you can see
yeah,
it.
you could see it. And
That's
right
wild.
right where you stop, there's people live right there. It's like you're not on some country road. People live on this road. And they can tell when, everybody's pulling up there, but yeah, it's so how do you explain that?
So if you're out there and you're hanging with us, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if that's one of your options to let us know if you think Bigfoot exists.
Yes, and more importantly, give us a thumbs up if you're going to be at Jim's Welcome Back to the World Party.
Yes.
Because we're going to do what would look like the end of the world party. I don't know when we're going to do it. We're going to figure this out. But this building will be hopping.
Yes.
We will stack this place, and we will make sure that people, if you're in, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, Jesse McDaniels, welcome in. New name. Of course,
welcome in.
Marty Upton is in. Good to see you tonight, Marty. It's.
Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of loves, and we got people coming in. People will be here for that evening. Good evening, Marty Upton. You haven't met Marty either.
Great dude.
I don't think so.
For some reason, Ron, I apologize, but for some reason I thought Marty was Ron.
Really?
I put Ron's face to Marty's name.
They're not that far off.
No.
They're not that
More.
far off. Marty, this is Jim.
Marty's got more hair.
This is Jim Trader. That's Marty.
Yes.
He's out there.
The Jim Trader, and Larry Adams, all you guys, you have to come in for this event.
Yes, please. I mean, there's just been this flurry of people, giving thumbs up and everything. You know what? I'm gonna be there. I'm giving a thumbs up to that one.
When we do a party, this is gonna be a party.
Biz, you want to throw down some music for that one?
I already said I'm in there. We already talked about it. We good.
When Bagley does a party, it's
Yeah, just get out of the way.
Oh,
Get out of the way.
I was watching the ugly Christmas sweater, the videos and stuff y'all are posting. I was just like, I went in my closet. I still had the one that I wore from 2019, and I'm just like, man, there's so many things that I missed. So many.
so it has almost been 2 years.
Yeah, in March it'd be 2 years. And it didn't seem like it because, I mean, literally for 2 years, all I did was chemo, oncology appointments. I just finally, Saturday, because I knew we had to get the Christmas decorations out. Costco has a problem is they want to give you a box for one thing when you have it delivered.
Uh-huh.
I had to go down to the trash compactor. I mean, loads and loads of boxes, to go on that. And it just made me realize, it's like, it's been 2 years, I mean, thankfully for y'all do this because that's what kept me connected to
That's
the world.
does it have a time limit?
That means we probably died on our camera. Hang
If
on,
we
guys.
if we
Here,
lost,
I'm
just
gonna-
hang on.
Yep, I'm gonna put this.
We're reconnecting.
Here, we're gonna go here. This is coming out like this. Stick with us here, folks. There we go.
Yep, just lost him.
There we go. That'll work.
Yeah,
That'll get us through.
the Sony died about 20 minutes ago.
Did it?
That was a new battery.
Yeah,
Alright.
see, the bad thing with surprising.
So we're on here.
Yeah, we should be good now.
Brandon and I, he's been asking, when will I be back at the shop? And
We're back up. Little technical difficulties, but we are
That's
back
okay.
up.
Battery died. It's okay.
And it was like the original plan was he was gonna call an all hands on deck family emergency meeting, and I was gonna come in. But then you had to go on vacation to go catch Corona.
Really, yeah.
Go catch Corona on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
And he texted me last night. He's like, "Hey, what do you think about tomorrow night?" And I was like, "Sure." But then I'm thinking, "Hey, I'd like to see KO. I'd like to see JP. I'd like to see Doc. I'd like to see Doug. And does Aaron come anymore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
AA Ron?
Yeah, AA
okay.
Ron. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I know Mike does.
Yeah. No, not now, but yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking, it's like, and then I thought about Bagley, and I was gonna message you. I was like, she's gonna be pissed.
She is. So we need to text her.
I'll take the fault on this, but I knew I had to keep it. I knew we had to move quickly, and this was a good opportunity to just share some love with the world, and here we are.
I will tell you, like,
Strike the flint this way. It's a soft flame.
Cross.
I can't feel it.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
So if you're just joining us, this is Cigar Talk Live at ICC, Industrial Cigar Company in Frisco, Texas. We were joined by a very special guest, Jim Trader, longtime friend, longtime member, just punched stage 4 colon cancer right square in the chops, and he is here after pretty much a 2-year battle, and thank God that you are here, and just couldn't be. This is a happy day.
Yeah, it's a good day. I'll never forget this.
I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't know if it would happen. There's still some hurdles, but at this point, we've kicked cancer's ass.
Hey,
Yeah.
we've taken one step up,
Oh,
and that's you sitting here with an Atabay in your hand and a Balvenie in the glass, and we're on the right path.
Do you know how many times I looked at this fucking bottle as I left my house? I mean, there are like 2 or 3 bottles that are sitting on this cabinet. Every time I leave my house, I had to look at this bottle. And now, here we are.
On Thanksgiving, Nathaniel was, he went to Total Wine to get some wine for Thanksgiving. I was like, man, get the bottles of Balmini Doublewood 17 year if they got it. And he sent me a picture of the shelf, and they said, permanently out of stock.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I knew I had one from the guy that drove it all the way from Roy City, well, from back east to here. And I want to share this with everybody. I mean, like the conversations I had with a lot of my clients, I said, look, if you guys don't want to continue with me, I understand. And I only had 2 that was like, well, let's pause our contract. And then my next thing right behind those ones that I agreed, I was like, all right, look, I don't want to be known as the cancer guy. I want to be known as Jim. Because I want to be Jim. So it's nice to give back to and that's what my family was pushing for. They were like, man, the first chance you get, you got to go back. You got to go back. And I would see, busy, all the first Fridays and everything, and I was just like, yeah, I'm like, Doc. We would go in and, I'd go in to see him, and I'm like, I mean, still on my port.
Yeah.
Technically, I was supposed to wait till the 15th.
My bad.
He was like,
Well, time changes and, China.
He was like, let's wait till you get your port out. And then Brandon texted me. He's like, Dad's going to be on vacation from Friday to the 18th. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And there's so many people in here that are family to me. And I don't even know if they realize it. Even JP.
Even JP.
Even JP.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the guy to death, but, But, I mean, to be past it, to actually be here, to not be online, to have a scotch in my hand, and
Well,
Life is good.
let's step out there and say hi to some people. These beautiful people are here joining us. Can't wait for you to meet a lot of these virtual folks in person.
how'd you do that?
And that's it. This is a very special Cigar Talk Live. And this is us just living the dream, making memories.
This is one I won't forget.
Yeah.
On my 60th birthday, you sent us a text while we were on Saturday at the shop that you were cancer free, and that was the greatest gift of all.
I still get teary-eyed when I think about that text.
I remember you saying you had to go in the back.
Yeah,
I was just like,
he came in the back and
we should step out now, because I just thinking about that moment, it kind of takes you.
if you guys are online, real quick, if you guys are online and you're doubting, or if you have any question, is it just another scar? It's not. I mean, you guys are family when you come in here from day one.
Amen. Amen to that. We love all you beautiful people. Thank you for joining us. This has been you've been a part of an unforgettable evening. Thank you.
thank you.
All right, we're gonna go cry now. Talk to you suckers later.